Yo, what's up, guys? It's Zayo here, and now it's time for me to finally close up what I've done with this deck. And here's the Exosister Brave DPE deck. I played it quite a bit now, made a lot of tweaks, and so this is kind of like the definitive version that I'm thinking of, at least until like the new support comes in. But even then, not like that much will change, in my opinion. But I took this to regionals, took it to locals a lot. This is the deck I got 50th with, 2 spots away from an invite. But it is what it is. I probably wouldn't even go anyways if I did get invited because I'm lazy. But better now. I don't even have to think about it, right? And I've done pretty well with this at locals. Most of the time, if I did lose, it was a lot of the time because of misplay. So nothing on the deck. Maybe sometimes here and there, Exosisters weren't enough, but they've done pretty well for me. So I'm gonna go through the deck and kind of talk through these ratios with you guys. All right, starting off, 2 Sophia. Technically, not really the best one, because Elise is the best one, but this one is a very nice draw too. I was thinking about cutting this down to 1 to instead play 2 Irene, because you would need to like normal Irene and Pax the Sophia out to actually get the effect if you did Brave stuff that turn. But I think 2 and 2 is fine. A lot of the time I went 2 and 2 for each one because I kind of needed like the ratios to play with. And what I mean by that is like if I have like a normal summon Stella out that I kept for that turn, if I Vadis, I would have to go for Irene Sophia because I don't want to. I don't want them to conflict, and at the same time, maybe play stuff around stuff like Call by the Grave. If you already have like a Stella in grave, you want to go for the other 2 instead. Same thing like that. Most of the time, it won't really matter, but there's certain edge cases where it does matter. So at least 2 for each one, and of course, like I said before, 3 for Elise because she can actually special summon herself. So this plus any other sister gets you into Vadis. Pretty easily, so that's very pretty good. All right, now triple packs, nothing really much to say here. Don't be hard pressed to always go into the monster to grab the monster because it can grab the trap, so you kind of want to think about what you really need. But like if going packs into Sophia lets you draw one and then you go into Michaelis anyways, then you can go for that. But sometimes you may just want to Pax into Vadis instead. So that's something to think about. But it's pretty cool that it's a quick play too. Very useful sometimes. And then the 1 Vadis, and this is the last Exosister card because after all the playing that I've been through, the play testing, I have never really found a use for Armament, because if I ever search a card, I'm going to search Vadis, and Armament is very much a dead card in hand going second, and going first. I felt like the impact was never really enough because you would have to have an Exosister out on board. So there's like certain turns where you won't be able to get into them and that you don't like draw any. So then Armament's a dead card. And we have plenty of bricks already. I don't want to play another brick, so that's why 1 Vadis. You could play like 2 or 3 Vadis. It doesn't feel too bad to open, honestly. It's an alright card to open, but Armament is not a good card to open. Yeah, not much to say here. 3 Enchantress, 3 right. You guys know what it is. Like, if you don't know what these do, then I'm surprised. Maybe your locals isn't really that competitive, but stuff's insane. Draco back, insane. Fateful Adventures, pretty insane. I don't know. Then the DPE package, like I said, if you're playing Exosister, DPE is so good. Like this is the biggest bait ever for your opponent to remove from your graveyard. It's so funny. Like all the time, it's like Call by the Grave, target DPE, chain Vadis. Wow, now you have 2 more interruptions for your opponent to have to deal with, and they stay on board. So next turn, you could literally like you get the search off of Michaelis. If you went like Caspatel, you get a search off that too. You get a bounce with the Sophia. Like there's so much that this offers you that you kind of like have to play it. Like it's so good right now, at least until like Verte's banned. Then we'll look into other options, like actual other more extenders for our Exosister plays, but right now this is just too good to pass up. And on its own, if they don't deal with the DPE, then you have a DPE for the rest of the game. Like, come on, this is way too good. Like I said before, cut down on these extenders. Most of the time we'll have a spellcaster in hand with them, but not all the time. And I felt like playing 2 of each was too much, and I needed to up the hand trap count, obviously, because before the first or second place list I had for the case tournament, I was only playing 6 hand traps, which is like, you know, it's kind of sacky, you know. So I had to up it up by it. So one of the stuff I cut was like these guys, and of course the best extender for the deck, Parallel Exceed. This card honestly gets you so much value. Does suck that it kind of plays into Nib, kind of like makes you want to play into Nib because you have Parallel Exceed, but it's still super good. Like Michaelis, instant grab Vadis, and then you would be able to go into Verte too. So like this and an Exosister is like pretty much full combo. Like that's crazy. Although not as good going second because you won't get the second effect from the Exosister, but it's still a must play. Like this card is so good, especially if you're just gonna play if you're just gonna do like link plays, then this also helps facilitate that too. And of course, Handtraps, triple Ash. Ash is the best one out of all of them. Veiler, this one could be something else like I don't know, like Bell, like Crow. It's kind of just dependent on maybe your locals. But you would just play the more generic one if you went to like a regional, so like Veiler, something like that. And the one I like better, Infinite Impermanence. I like this one because, like, you know, obviously like this can go first or second. Drawing this in your draw phase, you know, drawing this off the top, going second is still pretty good. Maybe like maybe your opponent has like a DPE, you can force the DPE out or something like that. I don't know, like. You force them to have to pop, and so you can play better, and then get the Michaelis to banish from grave or something, you know, stuff like that. And the one called by. So that leaves the deck, the main deck, at 42 now. I've cut it down since 44, then 43, then 42 now, with more hand traps, so you can kind of play around with that a bit more too if you want. Alright, now on to extra deck, of course. 2 Michaelis, best Exosister by far. Like, the banish is so good. I've had opponents always be like, oh, so it just banishes on field, right? And I'm like, no, it's target a card and banish field or grave, and that matters a lot. Being able to banish from grave matters a lot, especially for the stuff like, I don't know, like Earth Machine decks. They have Citadel and grave, banish that, you know? Or banish the DPE. Super basic stuff right here. And Jabreen. Most of the time you're going to make Jabreen with Michaelis, because it's just like the most generic way to handle most boards. But the other ones are also pretty good. And this one does help go for game with the detached gain 800 for the next following turn. 1 Caspatel. I always go for this when I'm going for the Utopic Draco feature play, because I kind of need the extra level 4 body if I don't have Elise, because that's what this will go for. But you know, certain matchups this could stop them. I mean, stop them especially from grave. So it's very specific, but I guess like, oh, there's so few that do that. I don't know. Like PK kind of does that, but you rather Abyss Dweller them, so it's a little weird. Asophiel, you know, make sure you just don't Asophiel yourself before you get your DPE effect, you know. But other than that, you know, pretty good. Definitely very, very strong Abyss Dweller at this moment, because not a lot of decks just make that anymore. Draco Future package. I really like it because it can set up a really strong go first board, and also just straight up beats down on stuff like Flunder. Like, you get this guy out, there's not a lot of ways that they can out this. Very few. They have to like send it off like unexplored winds, and I don't know, there's very few things they can do, and the negate is very strong. The one Zeus, because Zeus is crazy. I see some people playing the it's like the Constellar package. It's like you go Omega, and then you go M7, Ptolemy M7 or something like that, and then you can go Zeus. So that's like a 4 material Zeus, but I don't really think we have the room right now, because there's a lot of other cards I'd rather play. So this is here for now. Maybe if like DPE and Anaconda get hit, then you would go for that. Almirage, simple stuff. Exosister into Parallel Exceed, you know. Link Spider, you have to play Link Spider if you play the Brave. Like, that's just nothing to say there. Verte broken. Lina is insane. I'm not gonna lie. Lina's really good right now because a lot of people are playing like Veilers, Ghost Ogre. So Lina, take Ghost Ogre and, you know, keep it on board or go for the kill because it's another body now. I have Unicorn here. You definitely should play Celine, but I just don't have a Celine right now. But yeah, Unicorn also helps you play under There Can Be Only One, which is also why I like Unicorn a little bit more at the same time. It's a little weird, but Unicorn like helps out something and then go into access code at the same time. But Celine is like a free access code kind of thing. So I don't know, it's a little weird. Then access code, game ender, you gotta play it. And then DPE himself. Too good, way too good. And then some side deck options, very you know, interchangeable here. The side deck, I like evenly matched, don't really need my battle phase. I can live without it if I set up some pretty good stuff. So yeah, evenly matched is still good, especially against like back row decks too. Speaking of back row, red reboot. Woo! Cosmic, hit Scythe, either that or hit something like, I don't know, Conquistador, I don't know, something like that. Then from here, I don't know, I played like a few one-ofs, so it's kind of like siding some stuff out. I mean, I would play like 3 Ogre if my locals was playing more Brave stuff, but there wasn't really many. I don't know, I haven't been facing Brave too often lately, so I don't know. And then the 1 Droll, probably should play more Droll on the side, but there's not really too much space, so I don't know. Lancia, I did decide to play 3 Lancia because some decks just straight up die to Lancia. Something important to keep in mind is that you can't Michaelis banish under Lancia, so you kind of have to watch out for that, but I'm going to hope you guys know when to, you know, avoid that. So, but Lancia is just really good either way. I mean, you can't like Prosperity, you can't Extra, it's pretty strong. Triple Nib, I don't think Nib's worth main decking right now. It's better in the side right now. Not too many decks lose to Nib, especially like Branded. Branded just doesn't care about Nib, so you don't really want to play Nib in that matchup. So it is what it is there. All right, guys. So that's the deck profile. You know, let me know what you guys think. I'm always open to suggestion. I may revisit this deck later on when more support comes out and the ban list changes things. Maybe the deck might see some change. I don't know. Definitely have to be testing that out, but this is one of the decks I've been playing the most. Haven't played a deck for a long time, ever since Heroes, but you know, I sold my Hero stuff. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll definitely be visiting the old budget decks and upgrading some of them because they got reprinted stuff. Like Albaz got some cheap stuff reprinted for Despia, so that'll be a pretty good include to show you guys what to upgrade. Maybe Cyber Dragons, they got a lot of good stuff coming too, reprinted. And maybe Heroes for budget. You know, they got Vision Heroes finally to play around with. So I don't know, we'll see. And I'll see you later, right? Peace out.